Night at Collinwood, a night that appears to be quiet and serene. But unknown to the residents of the great house, there is terror in this night, for the spirits of those long dead still exist within its walls, and they have made contact with the living. 2 innocent children have become possessed, and as a result, they will be compelled to destroy. Unwittingly, they will place every member of the Collins family in great danger.
David? David, where are you?
I'm over here, Amy. Did anyone see you come in here?
Oh, no, I was very careful.
Good. I'm glad you came, because I've decided what we're going to do.
You have?
Yes. We're going to play the game. But this time, we're really going to play it.
We are?
Yes. We're going to play the game with Carolyn.
Why Carolyn?
Because that's what Quentin wants.
But David, why?
She knows too much. She isn't sure, but she thinks we go into the West Wing. She wouldn't let us play together today, and she's just causing too much trouble.
But I like Carolyn. I don't want to play the game with her.
We have to do what Quentin tells us to do.
Always?
Yes, always.
I don't know.
Hide!
David?
Maggie?
Where's Amy?
Amy?
David, I heard you talking to her.
You couldn't have. She isn't even in here.
I think you're lying, David. I heard her voice. Amy, where are you?
Here, Maggie.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came to see David.
You know you're not supposed to be here.
Yes, I know.
David, why did you lie to me?
I got scared. I knew we weren't supposed to be together, and I was afraid we'd be punished.
David, you should be punished for lying.
Are you going to tell Carolyn?
Well, I should.
Please don't, Maggie, because you'll get David in trouble and it'll be all my fault.
Your fault.
Yes. David didn't ask me to come here. I just came.
But, Amy, I wanted you to come. I've been so lonesome.
So have I.
But we did disobey Carolyn. I guess we have to be punished.
I don't want you to be punished. I'm going to tell her, David.
No, don't.
Tell me what, Amy?
I'm ashamed to tell.
Well, don't tell her. Not if you don't want to.
I do, because I don't want to get you in trouble.
Amy, what are you talking about?
Maggie, I had a dream. A terrible dream.
What kind of a dream?
I dreamt that David was dead.
Amy!
You shouldn't have told her. You said you never wanted to talk about it again.
I know, but I had to tell. That's why I came here, Maggie. Because of the dream. I had to make sure that David was all right. I had to see for myself.
Well, I'm okay, Amy, so you don't have to be afraid.
Of course he is. Amy, you've just had a nightmare.
Every time I've had that dream, I get scared.
You've had it before?
Lots of times, about people I like.
Amy, tell me.
Well, so many people have died. My mother, my father, then Tom.
I know, Amy.
Sometimes I get scared to like people. Because I'm afraid. I'm afraid that they'll go away and leave me or die.
Oh, I won't leave you, Amy.
Of course you won't, David. And neither will I, Amy.
I'm ashamed of myself
Why?
because I got scared. And only babies get scared.
That's not true. Even grown-ups get frightened.
That's what I told her.
It's the scariest thing in the world to lose somebody you love.
Yes, I know.
Then don't let Carolyn punish David because it just isn't fair.
Well, it isn't fair for Amy to be punished either.
Well,
Carolyn?
Please don't tell her I'm in here. Maggie, please.
oh, Mrs. Johnson.
I heard voices.
Oh, I was saying goodnight to David.
Is Amy here?
Amy?
Yes, she's not in her room, and I thought she might be in here with David.
Oh. No, she's not here.
Well, lucky for her, she's not, because Miss Carolyn gave very strict orders the children were not to play together today.
Yes, I realize that.
Where do you suppose she is?
I don't know. Oh, don't worry about it, Mrs. Johnson. I'll find her.
Well, all right.
You didn't tell on us, Maggie.
Well, I shouldn't have lied, but I didn't want you to get punished, either one of you.
Thanks, Maggie.
Well, don't thank me. Just behave yourselves from now on.
We will.
I promise we will.
All right. Now, you stay here. I'll make sure that Mrs. Johnson is downstairs. And then I'll take you to your room. And you go to sleep, David.
Okay, Maggie. Good night.
Good night.
Maggie is nice. I like her.
I like her too.
David? We won't play the game with her, will we?
No, not her.
I'm glad because I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to her.
Amy, when you get to your room, put on the clothes. And when it's safe again, we'll play the game.
Tonight?
Yes. Tonight.
Thank you for dinner.
My pleasure.
Chris,
Mm-hmm.
I had an idea today. I've been meaning to suggest it to you all evening.
What's that?
How would you like to live here?
Here, in Collinwood?
Well, not in the house. But there's a cottage on the property. It used to belong to the caretaker, but it's been empty for ages. There's no reason why you couldn't live there.
You're very kind.
No, not really. The cottage is empty, so why should you be paying for a room at the Collinsport Inn? And, well, I would feel better knowing you're living on the property.
Would you?
Wouldn't you like to be closer to Amy?
Yeah, sure.
Well, then what do you say?
Well, tell me, this cottage, how far is it from the main house?
Oh, it's quite a distance.
You mean it's isolated?
Very. Why?
I like privacy. It's just the way I am.
Oh, well, if you decide to move to the cottage, you'll have plenty of privacy. I promise you that.
Then I accept your generous offer with many thanks.
Good.
It's getting late.
Chris,
Yeah?
is something wrong?
No, why do you say that?
Well, it's just the way you look at me sometimes. I just wondered.
What do you mean?
Shall I be honest with you?
Of course.
You look at me as if you wanted to kiss me.
Yeah.
But you never do. Why not?
Maybe I'm beginning to like you too much.
What does that mean?
I'm not the kind of guy you should get involved with.
Why not?
For one thing, you're a Stoddard. I'm a Jennings.
That doesn't make any difference to me.
Doesn't it?
Of course not. Chris, don't you
I
understand?
think I better go on back to town.
Chris, don't turn away from me.
Carolyn, I don't...
Look at me. Please.
closed.
Good.
David, I'm sleepy. I don't feel like playing dress up tonight. Do we have to?
You know we do.
What does Quentin want us to do?
You'll see.
What is it?
The music. Can't you hear it?
No.
Light your candle.
All right.
Come with me.
Where are we going?
You'll see. We're going to a place in the West Wing. The deserted servants' quarters.
Well, why does Quentin want us to go there?
You'll find out when we get there.
How do we get there?
Well, we have to go through the West Wing. That's the safest way. Otherwise, someone might see us.
Oh.
Come on.
It was a lovely evening, Chris.
Yes, it was.
When would you like to move into the cottage?
Well, when would be convenient?
You can move in tomorrow if you like.
That'll be fine.
I'm sure Amy will be very pleased.
I'm pleased myself.
Chris, about Amy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to wonder if David is a good influence on her.
What do you mean?
Well, I caught David being very abusive to Amy today. I punished him for it,
What do you do?
but it still worries me. He was fighting with her, ordering her around.
Kids, you know, they fight. I don't think there was anything to it. He probably didn't mean anything.
I don't know. David is changing. He's not the way he used to be.
Change? It sounds natural to me. He's probably just growing up.
Maybe.
Well, it's getting late. I'd better...
Well, it's not that late. Come into the drawing room and have a drink.
Well,
Please do.
oh, it's late. I better go on. I'll take off.
All right. Good night, Chris.
Come on.
Why does Quentin want us to come here?
I don't know yet.
David, the music. I can hear it.
I can hear it too, Amy.
David,
Yes?
I know.
What do you know?
I know where we are.
Where are
We're in my room.
we? Your room?
Yes.
And who are you?
Beth,
And who am I?
Quentin.
That's right.
Quentin, you shouldn't have come here.
Why not?
Because I'm afraid of them. I'm afraid of both of them.
Don't be afraid. They can't do anything to us.
But he hates you so, and so does she.
No more than I hate her.
You don't believe in her powers. You don't believe in her curse. But you should.
I'll find a way of stopping her.
I don't know if you can stop her. I don't know if anyone can.
Don't worry. I'm tired of their interfering. I'm going to put it to an end.
David, Amy,
Mrs. Johnson.
what are you children doing down here?
Oh, we're just playing.
That's all, Mrs. Johnson.
You know you're not supposed to play together today. Miss Carolyn gave strict orders about that. And you're supposed to be in bed.
But it's not that late.
Yes, it is. What are those strange clothes you're wearing?
Oh, we found them.
Where?
In a trunk in the attic.
That's right.
David thinks they belong to some of his ancestors.
They must.
Why are you wearing them?
It's part of our game.
Game?
Yes, dress up.
Yes, it was my idea. I like to play dress up.
You children were saying very strange things when I came in here. What were you talking about?
That was all part of the game.
What do you mean?
Well, we were just acting as though we were other people.
You know, like we were acting out parts in a play.
You children play very odd games.
What's so odd about dress up?
Didn't you ever play it when you were a little girl?
Sometimes.
Maybe you've forgotten how much fun it is.
Well, I haven't forgotten you're supposed to be in bed. Both of you. Now, come on.
Are we going to be punished for playing down here?
That all depends on Miss Carolyn.
Do you have to tell her?
Well, I have to tell Miss Carolyn that you did not obey her.
I knew we were being naughty, David.
But please, Mrs. Johnson.
Now, David, don't argue. Go to bed right now.
Okay. Come on, Amy.
All right.
Maggie.
Mrs. Johnson, I thought you went to bed.
Well, I started to, and then I heard strange voices. Do you know who I found downstairs? The children.
I thought they were asleep hours ago.
Well, so did I, but that David is a sneaky one. He likes to prowl around the house in the middle of the night, and Amy's as bad as he is.
Did you send them to bed?
Yes, I did, but the Lord only knows if they'll stay there.
Well, I'll see that they do.
Maggie, there's something peculiar about those children.
Peculiar.
Yes. When I came upon them, they were talking strange things, and they were dressed in strange clothes. They were wearing clothes from another century.
What?
I know, that's what I said. I couldn't believe my own eyes.
Where did they get the clothes? Did they explain?
They said they found them and that they were playing dress up.
There's nothing wrong with that. I used to play dress up when I was a child.
I don't know, Maggie. I don't know. I'm frightened of the children.
Frightened how?
I don't know how to say it. I can't put my finger on it, but somehow they've changed, especially David. He's gotten somehow sly. There's something about him almost sinister.
I think you're imagining these things, Mrs. Johnson. Two of the dearest children that I've ever met.
You may think so, but I don't. I don't know. There's something about them. I'm afraid of them.
David, I feel funny.
How?
I don't know. I just don't feel the same as I did downstairs.
What are you talking about?
I don't feel like Beth. I don't want to be Beth.
You're Beth.
No, I'm not. Not really. I'm Amy.
Don't talk like that. Not while we're playing the game.
Well, don't get mad.
You know the rules of the game. When we're wearing the clothes, you're Beth and I'm Quentin. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And another thing. We've got to be more careful.
I know.
We cannot get caught again.
What's going to happen now?
Something's going to happen to Mrs. Johnson.
What?
You'll see. You'll see.